Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about skincare. Leading up to this video, I had been wearing makeup like back to back, trying to get some content in. And so my face had been really tired and just gone through it. I've also traveled a lot, and it was just time for me to kind of unwind. So I'm gonna go in with my Urban Skin RX. You guys know this is a staple for me most of the time, like about 90% of the time. And I'm just gonna rub that in circular motion till I have enough product on my face. I'm also gonna be featuring a steamer, but I'll talk more about that a little bit later. In washing my face, my biggest objective is to just degunk my face. So any kind of dirt buildup, any previous makeup, any oils that may be sitting around my face, just kind of working through that. And me personally, when I wear makeup for a very long time or more consecutively, I start to notice a lot of buildup around my nose area, my chin area, and sometimes in between my eyebrows. So when I'm doing my skincare kind of reset, and I try to focus on that triangle area underneath my eye, around the corners of my nose, and I think that's what I was trying to say there. So I'm gonna take a pause and hear what I was saying in real time.
I know I just said congested, but congested for me, I don't know how people really quite define congestion, but it's like when your pores are like in overflow. It's like the white spots, but it's also like the visibility of pores. So it's just, I feel like there's stuff in there that are just, so when I focus on them and really try to get them out, they kind of loosen up and excrete whatever is in there. So that's what I mean by congestion. Don't come chew me if you're an esthetician in the comment section or whatever.
That's actually hilarious, but yeah, I know how y'all like to tussle, so don't come for me in the comment section, because this is just based on my own personal experiences, what I've done in the past, just by trial and error and seeing what works best for my skin. Okay, so I'm not gonna bore you with the details of this routine. Obviously, I will jump back in here and let you guys know what I am doing. But in today's video, I also wanted to talk about something that I read on Facebook, and it went, ever since I started becoming conventionally beautiful, I started to become naturally ugly. And I thought, whoa, what does she even mean? And she went on to explain that basically when she started to uphold the societal standards of beauty, such as doing your hair, wearing weaves, wearing wigs, doing your eyelashes, getting your nails done, getting waxes, just doing all these things that a I guess kept or a clean woman does, she started to notice that her beauty was deteriorating. And I was like, that is so true. And before I even jump into that, now I'm just going in with the steam, and the purpose of the steam is just to open up my pores. I find that opening up my pores right before I do a mask or some sort of treatments just helps with the penetration of the product, and I can literally physically see the glow on my face. This is something that I've tried many times, and I can definitely attest for the benefits of using a steamer in conjunction with your skincare routine. Now, you don't have to use a steamer all the time, but at least once a week or maybe once a month really doesn't hurt anything. You also want to not do this too much, because too much steam can also dry out your skin and really just make it counterproductive. So use it wisely. Too much of everything is bad, and yada yada yada, that sort of thing. I like to pat my skin in an upwards motion, and you can see me doing a lot of patting, a lot of hitting. And what I read somewhere was that if you kind of do these actions to your face, you're stimulating the blood flow to go into those areas. So as a result, once the blood is flowing, the blood vessels are working, it's gonna just look better and be better. So that's what you see me doing over here. I promise it's not crazy. and upwards motion, downwards motion. Just think of it as a facial massage. And I also went in with this suction cup. I've had this for a very long time. I probably had this since I was in maybe college. I saw this train on this trend and pretty much jumped on it. But what I love that it does is it just makes your face tingle, and I think it has a lot to do with that blood flow thing that I was talking about, and it just feels so plump after I've done this specific thing. But as you enjoy that content of me just unicorning around, I'm gonna go back to that topic of being, conventionally ugly. I mean, conventionally beautiful but naturally ugly. And I started to honestly notice that around when I started doing my lashes. So people were kind of saying that, it's nice to just wake up with like your lashes done, looking good, feeling good. And it did honestly look good the very first time I got them. But then as I started to do them over, get my fills, either my lashes were falling off or they were looking more fake and fake and fake, and it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give eventually. I mean, they looked good when they were done, but when I took them off, I looked like a wet cat. My eyelashes were pretty much non-existent, and I basically had to stop wearing lashes. But it took me a while to wean off the lashes because I honestly felt that when I didn't have my lashes done, it didn't look good. So with time, I eventually weaned off the lashes, but it's always that feeling that you're not doing the very best, which is like looking good just kind of out of bed. And that's kind of what society wants to portray for us, that you should wake up out of bed with your lashes done. So get them that they will last. A similar concept kind of happened for me when talking about nails. So I used to be the type of person that just got manicures and my nails painted. Then they were like, what came out? I think it was gel nail polish, and it was like, oh, if gel polish lasts a little bit longer, so you will look cute. And let's just take a moment real quick before we jump back into that to talk about my skincare. I mean, just look at how my face was glowing when I put that water on. And I like to always keep a paper towel handy in my closet because I just don't like to use a towel. And there is a more expensive version of this towel situation. I think it's called Clean Skin Club. I did use it and love it. And yes, I'm bougie. I keep a fridge on my counter that just has my skincare routine. And yeah, after I pat it dry with the clean paper towel, I'm gonna go in with some eye max. I picked this up as impulse buys on Sephora or really any store that is offering them at the counter, as long as I'm checking the expiration date and I know that I'm gonna use it in a reasonable amount of time. So just going with that underneath my eyes. Then I'm gonna go in with a cucumber pore minimizing max. Usually there's different max that do different things, and this specific one was gonna help with the pores, which I was here for and I was complaining about earlier. So it was the perfect mask to use, and it feels so nice and cool when it comes out of the fridge. It's just relaxing, and I get to lay down, read a book, listen to an audiobook. I mean, there's so many different ways to unwind with this on your face. And yeah, I'm gonna just go on for a little while and come back and wash it. But jumping back into that conversation we were having, when I was doing my nails, it started off with, let's get gel nail polish because that lasts longer. Then it was like, oh, but that's bad, so dip can last a little bit longer. And sorry, I had to go back in with the lip max because my lips be looking chapped in the winter months. But back to it. So then it was dip. Then it was from dip, I think it was like, oh, but then acrylic. Then people were like jacking that length was like the way to go. And it was just so many nail trends, and eventually I just got on the wagon of having my nails done every 2 weeks, and it's starting to get a little pricey. And when I take up my nails, unfortunately, my nails no longer feel good because they hurt so much from having acrylic, which I was told I needed in the first place. So it's just this huge conundrum about having to go. And let's take another break. Let's look at the skincare, where we're going with that. This is what my face looks like when I wash the max off. It feels really nice, it feels refreshed, it feels really cool, and I don't know if you can tell the difference, but it already has like a little glow to it. And this is without me even doing any actual product in it. This is just freshly washed with that max just penetrating into the pores, because we use that steamer to open up the pores to let the product sink deeper. Another addition that I've been using in an attempt to kind of look good naturally is investing in this red light. So I can link this down below. It is a little pricey, but it helps. And it's just a red light that helps clean out your pores. It helps with rejuvenation, blood flow, skin cell turnover, that all those sort of things, boosting collagen and a whole lot of functions. If you haven't heard about red light, read about it. And it has a self timer on it, and so I do a few moments of the red light, and then I do a little bit of the blue and red light. And I think the blue light is supposed to help with acne, and that's just something I've incorporated into my skincare for a bit. I know I look ridiculous, but it really helps. So anyway, back to the conversation. I really do feel that a lot of retailers and a lot of marketing is geared towards women's insecurities. So they're like, get your hair done, get your nails done, get whatever done. And this is all at the expense of our insecurities. So we gotta tread lightly and with caution when we are kind of falling into these trends, be it hair, lashes, nails, skincare, like I'm doing right now. I mean, we really do have to take everything that's out here on the internet with a grain of salt. And I really will be curious to kind of hear your thoughts in the comment sections. Do you feel like you are leaning more towards being conventionally beautiful, but maybe losing your core value as a woman in what you kind of possess naturally? I'm really trying to hear the different school of thoughts that exist on this. And yeah, be sure to comment down below. And let me just stop here by saying that I love the Ordinary products. I feel like the price point is reasonable. It is affordable and it's just clean. It feels like you're just going straight to the source without any of the other stuff that's in it. And I personally love their products. I've also been in a chokehold with this Kate Somerville product. Honestly, all of these things were purchased and not sponsored. So believe me when I say I'm coming on here and giving you my own personal opinions about these things. And yeah, maybe as it's getting cooler, I may go for something more thicker. But this last step is just locking everything that I've put on my face in by having those muscles just constrict when that cold roller goes over it and lock in all the moisture. At least that's what I personally believe. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section on the standards of beauty. Thanks for watching. Bye.